If you want to take us through idea number one. Yeah.
Idea number one is Cursed Treasure of Tudor Times. That's going to be set in Tudor times, so that's, I don't know, 100 years ago, I think. Well, not 100 years ago.
That's where your research comes in, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, my actors are going to be some of my friends, so that's Ash, Ed, and I'll need a female to play as the maid. That's where a friend from home will come in.
Okay.
I'll be using props. I don't know, I'll be spending about £30 on props, maybe.
Okay.
So, pretty cheap movie idea. It's doable. I'll be using mainly my house as the area I'll be videoing the movie in. So
what's the plot of this Tudor?
The plot is about a murderer who uses the mystery around cursed treasure to sort of murder people. He does it as, like, I don't know, a sick intention that he likes to do. It's not for revenge or anything, just something he does.
Okay.
Pretty sinister movie. It's gonna be a sort of drama suspense sort of movie, I guess. I didn't want to do the horror, but if it comes down to horror, then yeah, I'm up for changes. Idea two. Idea two is Galaxy Wars, and bit of a rubbish name, but that's going to be about a general of an army. It's going to be intergalactical, so there's going to be aliens involved. So I'll need some, face paint and stuff, some masks. It's going to be about an alien race that's really, really old, that's masterful, and it resets the galaxy every so far, just to see the evolution of everything.
Okay.
And yeah, it's going to be about this commander stopping these aliens.
Okay.
From destroying the universe.
From destroying the universe, obviously. Okay, so Ash, any questions about any of those two ideas that you'd like to ask?
What kind of like audience are they?
For which movie?
Both.
Both. For Tudor Times, I wanted to go for sort of around 20s, 30s. I wanted to go for an adult audience. I feel like they would understand the plot a little bit more. I'm psychopath, so
yeah,
it's going to need an older audience. For the second movie, I can go family friendly for the second movie. I don't mind doing that. So that's one that I could do family friendly.
Where do you think maybe the location for the second movie?
Pardon?
Where do you think maybe the location for the second movie?
For the second movie, I was hoping to use the green screen a lot. So yeah.
So it's going to be the same character for the first movie, the first idea.
Could do. I was hoping different characters. There's going to be a lot of masks involved, so same characters could work.
Yeah.
You mean the same characters or the same actors?
Yes, same actors.
Right. Okay.
Do you have a preferred idea out of the two?
I prefer the first one. I've thought it out a lot more in my head. I've got a lot of locations that I could use for the first one, and I have most of the resources.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the space one's going to be a bit difficult to pull off with it being on the budget that you're on. Remember, you're only putting together a trailer for these two ideas, on the budget. Although having said that, the budget you're working on, you picked two ideas that are going to be pretty difficult to put together. One's set way in the past, one's set way in the future. Not impossible, but I'd be interested in seeing your
logistical.
What if you go
for something different?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. I'm not trying to dissuade you from it at all. I'm just interested in seeing how you've kind of plan the logistics of how you would put that trailer together. Okay, so Ash, out of the two ideas, mate, which one would you choose for him to go with and why?
I kind of like the sound of the first idea, just because I like a suspense movie myself, where it builds up, and then just like there's like massive jump scare kind of thing. So I'll probably say the first idea to go with.
Yeah, cool. Ed?
I would also say the first one because it seems like they put more, I don't know, just seems more plausible for him to do it effectively.
How so?
Like, obviously he's stated how he's put more thought and more plans, and he has more locations and more, it's like, you know, you don't need like, because green screen can come off a bit tacky in certain aspects, obviously, depending how futuristic you're going for and on the budget you're on. And with Victorian, you could at least have like a few real locations in like London and whatnot. That obviously you can't really get tacky with real. So
Yeah, no, that's cool. It's a good point. Okay, Joe.
For me, I think the second one, even though when like you said, the green screen might be a bit off, but I still think the idea for the second one would be good. That's my like. I might like this type of movie as well because of the people wearing masks and stuff. Like aliens, things that he said.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So there you go. So a couple of points. Okay, we'll come back to those later on when you're reviewing sort of the footage. Ash, do you want to jump in with your two ideas, mate?
Yeah, sure. My first idea is basically like a robot. It's like based in London as well, and like the story of it is that the robot walks into like an abandoned old factory in London, and he walks around like just like running around basically, and he like stumbles upon this computer that he's like, oh my god, what's this, you know? And he looks at it and like this virus is like downloaded onto like his like chip or whatever you want to call it, and basically it sends him into like a blind fit of rage, I guess, and he goes on a mass murder spree, and then he finds out that there's like actually someone behind the whole thing, like behind the curtains, and then like the mastermind kills the robot, and then everyone's like all happy and everything.
Okay. All right. Pretty intricate. Go on. Sorry. Yes.
And then my second idea is called Death of Snakes, where like a bunch of like wildlife people like walk into the jungle, and there's like this one snake, and kind of like the snake like runs off, and he finds like this hive, but with like a really dangerous snake, and like the snake gets bit, and then like he turns into like a rapid snake, and like he starts killing everyone, and then there's like a secret organisation, if you will, that are like born to like kill these sorts of snakes, and so like they go around looking for these snakes, and then like they find them, and then it's just like this massive like huge battle between them, and like in the end the humans win.
Okay. All right. Two ideas that start off with "there's a thing" and then the thing starts killing everyone. I like it. There's a theme. Okay. So any questions on Ash's two ideas?
How would you animate the snakes, or like video the snakes? What would you use for the snakes?
Well, I was probably thinking for like that film, I would probably like use the green screen and like incorporate like some like stop motion animation as well, and then like put it all together. So that's what I was thinking for that film.
Would you use a green screen for the second idea? Because you said it's going to be in the jungle.
Well, at first I was thinking about using the green screen because like there's not really many abandoned factories in Coventry, so like I was going to think of doing that, but then I found out that there's like a place at the back college that I'm going to use. That,
Is that for the robot idea?
yeah.
What about this snake's jungle idea? How are you going to film? Is that what you asked?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, where are you going to film sort of the jungle stuff?
Well, like I said to Bryn, I was going to like use the green screen like for like the jungle, and then for like the snakes, I'll probably like do some stop motion animation
Oh, okay.
with like if I bought some snake toys in.
Mhm.
So I was thinking that for that film.
Okay, sounds good. All right. Any questions?
How much, do you reckon this would cost you as like for movies and total?
Well, my first idea, because I'm not really using a lot, so that's going to be like quite a cheap movie. Because like for like the robot thing, I'm gonna like get someone to like either buy like a suit like kind of thing, or I just like get a bunch of boxes and like put like tinfoil over it and stuff like that. For that film, so that film would be pretty cheap. The second idea, I'd probably say it costs a bit, but that would be also a cheap movie as well, because I'd only be using the green screen and stop motion animation, and then basically it'd just be like the money for the toys. So.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So out of the two ideas, Bryn, what do you think?
I think the second one's better, just because I like snakes more. But I think out of doability, the first one,
Yeah.
because the whole green screen thing, the jungle, I'm not sure if you'll be able to pull that off a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I think.
Good. Yeah. Ed?
Yeah, kind of in like the same light as Bryn. I would say for like the factor of like, you know, like, well, accessibility and budget and stuff, it would be more feasible for you to do the first one, but I'd say the second one could possibly be a better thing.
Better choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joe?
I think the first one is quite good because in the second one you have to do more work than the first one. So for me, I would go for the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Thank you very much. Ed, do you want to share your ideas?
My first idea was Recess, and it's a story that involves a teenager battling with depression and drug use and parental like divorce issues and stuff, and what brings him to the point of becoming a school shooter, and the ending of that. And it kind of just follows his life of being diagnosed with depression and bullying and all sorts of these things, and obviously things that meant a lot to him in his life and all sorts. And it wouldn't cost a lot for me to make this film, as well nearly every prop I could possibly like need for the film I have, like a prop gun I could use, and you know, I wouldn't need a lot, but you know, maybe like to borrow a dog briefly.
Okay. Where'd that come from? Right. Okay. Yeah.
And like a group of students and stuff, and maybe a bit of fake blood, and that's really it for the story and the cost for that film.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's cool. Second one.
The second one was Sinister Intent, which was a film about a detective trying to track a bigger drug dealer, and that drug dealer catching wind and therefore killing his son and causing him like depression issues and alcoholism issues, and that pursues and destroys the problems until obviously the comeuppance of the film where he catches that drug dealer. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. I think the only time I could think off the top of my head was somebody's laughed while saying depression issues. All right. Okay. So there's a couple of shared themes, but they're two different styles. I'm assuming the detective one is a bit more of a mystery, a crime thriller film. Yeah, not so much a character piece.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Two very distinct ideas. Bryn, we'll start with you again. Work the way around. If you've got any questions.
What actors would be used for the first one?
For the first one, There was I was trying and think of someone that would fit the role very well, and it was a bit difficult, but I feel like I could put you in a role, and there's a few other friends that kind of suit the like size demographic and stuff that I could probably put into the role. And obviously, I know like a group of students, or just any groups who's really, some of them would likely, if you asked, maybe just stand around in the corridor for a little while, which really would all I need, like 15, 20 minutes. So yeah, mostly it's the actors. And obviously for parents, I know like people of like 20 and 30 that I could possibly borrow. So.
Okay.
For a picture for the second movie, what do you think of doing here in college or somewhere else?
Not too much of it would be done here because actually perhaps this. No, sorry. I was trying to think, but I really couldn't think of an area that would be useful here. No, it mainly would be done on the streets and on a roof, but yeah.
That's the detective.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Ash.
What gave you the ideas for both the films?
I don't fully. I don't know. I wanted to make something that well, I don't know. I found interesting. Like it's hard to be necessarily original, so obviously it's not fully original. It's more just I don't know. I wanted to find something that I found more unique that I could try and add some little twists here and there, and just something that had, I suppose, a dark edge to it. And
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions or anything before we move on?
For your second film, what is like the audience you're looking for?
I'd say middle-aged, like 20s, 30s, but obviously I wouldn't say much below that because obviously the mature content and whatnot. I'd say anyone above that could like it, but obviously it's very specific on the person. But yeah, it's good.
Cool. All right. Good stuff. So, have I asked what idea you would pick out of the two? I haven't, have I? All right, Bryn.
I would pick the first one. I'm not into those sort of movies, but I would give it a watch just because it's in school and stuff, and because I would be in it. Yeah, I like the sound of it more. It's much more doable. I mean, we've got all the resources in college, and you've said you've got all the resources for it. Yeah, the first one.
Yeah. Okay. Ash.
I'd probably say the first one, just because I kind of like those type of films as well. And as you said, you've got like loads of resources, so like that's really good. And then like the people that are going to be in it as well, like Bryn and that. So
Yeah.
For me, I think both of them are good, but I would go for the second one. But just because the story, I'll go for the second one. But still, the first one is still good as well.
What is it about the story of the second one that you?
Is
Detective.
Was it like
The detective.
The second one was the detective one. The first one was.
The most good detective of the second one because of what you said. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Good stuff. Joe, do you want to take us through your two?
Yeah. My first idea is the title is Smart Death.
Okay.
And it's basically about a person that killed his a person friend, and then that smart person will try to research about that killer, and then after when he finds out who it is, he will try to trap you inside the room, that try to ask you questions, and if he does, he's gonna start like do stuff on him until he answers it, and yeah, and then for the second idea is like the title is gonna be like it's like Say Yes, that's basically the title is.
Okay.
And it's about like a mental person, like you got a mental problem, and then if he asks you a question and if you say no, he will try to like to get you from behind, or when you're walking like alone, try to get you and trap you inside of a room, and then leave you there until you say yes. If you don't say yes, you try like to cut your hand or something. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. All right. So two very sort of similar horror themes. Yeah. Which isn't a bad thing at all. Okay. Cool. So questions on the two ideas, fellas?
What age rating were you going for these movies?
Over 18.
Over 18.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, the blood and the violence and stuff, is that stuff that you're going to see on screen, or is it going to kind of be, we're assuming that it's happening but you don't see it?
Yeah, probably see the screen.
Probably see it.
Yeah.
Okay, alright, Ash?
Did you enjoy like making the idea like for both your ideas?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where did they come from?
One of them, I got from an idea for a movie called, I forgot the name, but I saw from a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one, I just made up my own.
Okay, cool. Ed?
How do you plan to like do these? Like do you have like locations plan ideas or?
Yeah, for the first one, just not there, but I'm thinking doing like probably in my house or something. I'd have to be in a room with like computers and stuff.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, what about the
For
second one?
Second one, probably do it like outside or maybe in college inside a room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so again, two similar ideas. So if you can sort of choose which one you think you'd go with and why. Bryn, we'll start with you.
I'll go for the second one.
Okay.
Yeah, it just sounds better to me. It sounds more planned, I guess. Yeah, second one. Wanted to see a little bit difference in the movies.
Okay. Ash?
I'll say the second one as well because like the story sounds really good for it and it's like out of the box.
Yeah, or in a box, depending. Yeah. Okay, Ed.
I would also go with the second one because I think it's an interesting idea and it's more like I get to see as many films that are more like of a more I don't know, a smaller idea like that it sticks to. It can work well if done well, and it'd be nice to see, I suppose, because they usually just kind of stick to a relatively boring format and it's just kind of meh. But if you just get in a room and just kind of work with the story, you can do well.
Yeah, cool. All right, we're going to call that there. Hold on.